Did you see it? Did we look good?
You guys are great.
Nice.
Wonderful. Okay, let me just hear it to make sure it sounds normal. Hey, everyone. Okay, guess what? We're back in the studio. We never left. Not really. But we're situated now here at Somerset Classic in Los Angeles, California. And I'm here with Jordan Patterson on my left. You want to say hello?
Hi.
Yeah. I'm Hannah. And this is
Hannah.
Bobby. Hey.
Hey guys.
And this is Eric.
Hello.
And we have Jam, who's taking care of our camera today. Very exciting. So, how's everyone doing?
Great. We've eaten so many oatmeal cookies.
We've had oatmeal cream pies, which is next level, nostalgic, necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. How are you?
I'm great. We just listened to... Oh, should I speak directly into this?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. We just listened to an amazing set by Jordan and Eric. Acoustic session, a little bit of electric acoustic. Very moving music. Every time I hear Jordan sing, it's like witnessing a being from an extraplanetary solar system come down and speak the truth. And that is the truth. So I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Shout out Eric for hosting us here at the Classic.
out, Eric.
The Somerset Classic is a legendary studio out here in Los Angeles in Glendale.
Glendale.
Yeah, so it's just a great day to have a great day.
Yes.
Well said. I want to hear how Eric's doing also.
Hi. I'm being proper about this because that's my MO. But I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, it feels good. I kind of didn't know what this was gonna be or how this was gonna pan out. But here we are doing a radio broadcast from my backyard, and it's really sweet. It's been fun. It's cozy. It's a beautiful day out. We were marveling at how nice the day was, and we just got to play some music, and it always feels good playing music, even if you don't hit all the right notes or like do all the right things.
That felt really targeted.
No, I was targeted at myself.
Even if, you know...
Even if you fuck up your own song and you... No, I'm kidding.
No. Not targeted at Jordan. Full disclosure. Targeted at myself. And...
Yeah, we can share.
Okay. Thank you.
Me and Bobby can share.
I was going to say, I feel like recently I've just been anticipating imperfection and incorporating that. Isn't there a margin of error in statistics, in the practice of statistics? You have a margin of error. And I don't even view it that way when it comes to music. It's just like, I feel like you have to leave a little bit of room for imperfection because that's the same window for some of that truth to come in and for some of that like flexibility and present to come through. So let it be imperfect, Eric. It was perfect.
It was perfect.
It was.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It was a lot of fun.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So I want to know where everyone is from.
Well, I was born in North Carolina, in Greensboro, and then I moved to LA when I was a kid. And that's me.
I was born in the suburbs of Chicago in Naperville, and my family moved out to Southern California when I was 3 years old, I think turning 4. So I have Midwest roots, but I'm a SoCal kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Bobby?
I don't know if I knew that about... I don't know if I knew you were born in Chicago.
Oh, really?
That's a deep cut fact.
That is a deep cut.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You've obviously talked about that with Jack and Jacob. Must have.
Yeah, I think you have.
All that aside, I'm born and raised in Austin, Texas, and I lived there my whole life until I moved out here 8 years ago.
Wow.
where I met all these people.
8 years.
8 years,
8
yeah.
years. My goodness. Jam, where are you from? I know we don't have a microphone, but you're in here with us.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I just got to Los Angeles this March.
Smart. Welcome. Okay, good. And I'm from Tucson, Arizona, and I've lived here for 6 years, and I'm leaving soon. But
What?
Where are you going?
I'm going to New York.
Yeah, I'm pissed off now. Because everyone want to move to New York.
One more excuse to go to New York.
We're just
I feel like I don't
saying.
need more excuses to go to New York.
There's a motion happening. People are either moving to Wisconsin or New York.
I was moving to Wisconsin.
Oh, right?
I forgot.
Only like two of my core friends both moved to Wisconsin. I was like, it's fair. There's vibes.
Really?
I think so.
I've never been.
I've never been, but I can tell. Yeah, the cheese.
And their capital is Madison. And I know this because I did, well, I should know that because I'm, an adult. But I did a project on Wisconsin when I was a child.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I don't know if I ever did like a project on a state, but that probably would have been valuable.
Oh, it was tea. You do like a research paper.
What they're known for, the flower, like the state flower,
bird.
the state bird, what their like demographic is.
What does their state flag look like?
Oh.
It's a big wheel of cheese.
From
It's
what
a
I remember,
circular
it's
flag.
pretty. I think their flower is like a gardenia or a magnolia,
Wow.
some really pretty flower.
Cool.
And yeah, the jury's out on what the flag looks like, to be honest.
I heard it's a wheel of cheese.
I don't want to misrepresent them.
Wisconsin has that like soft, like cool toned flowery essence in there, mixed in with some of that like Midwestern, like foresty, kind of grungy element, but you know what I mean? Like they've got some like natural beauty and roughness. I think that is pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I guess we gotta go.
I guess we gotta go.
Yeah.
We got reasons to go to New
Yeah.
York and Wisconsin.
Vacation and class trip.
For
Okay.
research.
Yes, for
Write
research.
it off.
Seriously. Okay, great. So, tell me what's going up. Like, tell me about today. Tell me about tonight. Tell me about tomorrow.
Okay, so
Why are you on the show right now?
What are we really doing?
Well, The Hermit comes out today.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And then, well, I guess it comes out at like 9 p.m. today, but tomorrow it will have its first day alive, and then, tonight we're celebrating, which feels, I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm
real.
gonna cry. I always cry. But yeah, what's happening is we're celebrating. We are, I mean, it's been so long, and so honestly, the fact that this is happening now, it doesn't even register like that. But we're chilling, trying to stay present, still working on music. We have a session tomorrow. That's what's happening tomorrow. Working on new music. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's happening.
Good. What's The Hermit?
The Hermit? Okay. Well, actually, for a really long time, it wasn't called The Hermit. It was named after the last song that's on the record, called I Can See the Mountains from Here. And I named it that because it always felt like that. It felt like not an there's no like conclusions on the record. It's just posing questions and a stream of consciousness to me, and put into a narrative of the last, or my whole life. They always say that their first record is your whole life up until that point. So it feels like that. And it was named I Can See the Mountains for Here for a good maybe year, and then maybe probably more, and then I changed it after we were talking about tarot earlier. I kept pulling the Hermit for any sort of question I had about whether it was my place or if I was in some sort of situation, like how do I deal with it. And the Hermit is this, the way I internalize the Hermit is a sort of creature that works with light in the darkness, and it's a solitary practice that is then shared with others. And I pulled that at the beginning of last year and the year prior, and when I was figuring out, I had another like moment of I need this record to come out, and then I pulled the Hermit again. And it just felt like I'm always hermiting, like I'm always telling people like I'm so sorry, like I've been in my cave, like I just, and I feel like it's not a bad thing. The Hermit is somebody that is not my perspective, and I guess this is maybe a little bit about myself, but also what I genuinely see when I see pictures of the Hermit is somebody that knows how to take care of themselves and has like you look up different images, whether it's like biblical images, like there's different versions of the Hermit like in different religions as well, like there's different names for it, but like it's somebody that has all these like bits and bobs and vials of like random shit, and they have all the resources, but they use it less on themselves and more on a project or something that can be shared, and it takes time. Like these things take time, and this record, funnily enough, did not take long to record, but it took so much time to come out, and so it felt like it gained its identity after the fact, because the songs I would, with the exception of Right Person, Wrong Time, when we were working on the bridge together, I wrote all of them alone, and I still write pretty much alone, and it sort of found its place. Like the record honestly is not necessarily, it's the Hermit, but it's the record itself is the sun. It is the product of hermiting, and so yeah.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Yeah, excellent. When you were talking about the Hermit, I had two thoughts in relation to you saying that their work, that their role is bringing light and working with light in the darkness. And I actually feel like I got to know your perspective a little bit listening to the music you've released so far. I've seen you a couple of times live performing, but listening to the recordings, I think like tells us about our decisions, And I heard Choreography recently, one of your early singles, and that told me a lot about what you just said, where it's like kind of having that source of darkness. I heard that in that song, and it reminded me of what I also hear at that pocket in gym, when all of a sudden you transform into a place that's darker and like kind of scary, because it's complicated and there's unknown of where it will resolve. But I'm feeling like this imagery and the understanding of your relationship with the Hermit as the leading symbol of this makes a lot of sense in those ways. It's being transmitted.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Yes. And also like when something is in the dark and you're creating it, like you bringing it to light is going to break it into a million different fractals in its reflection. You know what I mean? So we can't know anything until we can't know its full potential ever. You know what I mean? But we can't even know like a fraction of its potential until you bring it to light. All you know of it is in its original form, in its darkness, and you bring it, and then it's dispersed. So that's all. I'm just reflecting on what you've shared, and I guess like verifying that it's coming through. Yeah, Jordan. Eric, Bobby, you two have been present for this process as well. From what point? What stage did you introduce the music on the album to Eric and to Bobby?
It's actually really wild that Bobby's actually here, because the first time I met Eric was in the classic. Bobby was having a session with Eric, and they had been telling me, Bobby, Jack, Jacob, everybody that y'all went to school with, that, you know, went to school with Eric, telling me for months I needed to meet Eric. And I did here, and then we had a session probably a week or two after I came in, and I played for him Waited All the While, which was the first song that we played, and that was the first song we worked on. It was the first song that was done on the record. It was we did most of it that first day. And I remember I had never really worked with anybody before, just mostly because I didn't really want to or feel like I needed to. But Eric is, when I also, so you know, I describe you as a glass of water because you're so clear and
it's really good, actually.
And dynamic, and you can fill any cup, you know. But not just, you play so many different instruments, but also like just as a person, you're very adaptable, and you don't take things personally, but you also have empathy, and you're so refreshing. And so,
oh, thank you.
so that's why it was like it was so wild to me when we had that first session, how much we did. The song was pretty much done. We had Omid come and play cello, and that was it was done at that point. Yeah. And then we had that one session, and I was like, you want to make a record? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had any other sessions before or after, before I said.
Yeah.
I asked you.
Yeah. Yeah, because we worked on Waited All the While, and I think like a week later you're like, you want to make a record? And I was like, heck yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we just dove right into it from there. Jordan had all these songs written already, and along the way, you did write a couple newer ones. Mm-hmm. Like you wrote Right Person, Wrong Time,
and The
Wall,
Sky.
And The Sky. Yeah. Oh, wow. Because we did The Sky earlier, though.
We did The Sky earlier.
But you wrote it after.
I remember
did that first session.
I wrote it after the first session, and I brought it to you, and I thought it would be the first or second song on the record. I was like, this feels like an opening, and it is the opening.
Totally.
Song on the record.
Yeah. I have a question for both of you. Is, I guess, Eric, what was, and then the vice versa will apply for you, Jordan, but what was your first general impression of Jordan's musicality when she brought you these songs?
I feel like there is definitely this very deep, intuitive understanding of music, and also Jordan's just like perception of the world, and her ability to translate that into song just was something that I kind of first noticed, and it's something that just holds true till now and will hold true for your own whole entire life. And so I think I've always been a very intuitive player, and like I think I can recognize when other people are tapped in with their intuition like that. I mean, some people are like more mechanical or like need like technical understanding, but I think we kind of aligned in that intuitive thing where just on like that first day it was just like, oh, like what are we gonna reach for? It's like, oh, we talked about like Joni Mitchell Hajira, and like we were talking about like the bass harmonics that's on Waited All the While, like Jocko style. It's just like we just like kind of tapped into like, oh, like these things feel right and let's bring them to this song. And I think that was my first impression with an anecdote.
Excellent, thank you.
It's interesting because the first music I'd ever heard that you had made was the piano record.
Oh.
That was what
Is that A Million Minuscule Moments?
Improvised arrangement.
Oh.
Which is just like a totally improvised piano album.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I was really excited because to make a record like that, you have to be able to listen. Like improvisation is just listening to what has just happened to educate what is going to happen, you know? And so that's how I knew we would work well together, because you are a really good listener. But that was the only impression I had of Eric as a musician. I came in and I saw that you had so many guitars, so I thought, okay, you play guitar. And then when we started working together, that's how I feel like I uncovered your musicality and your intuition. Like it started there, and then I remember, I mean, we spoke so much about the music that we loved, and with Jacob as well, and we talked about Joni, but we also share a love for ambient music, but also there's a lot of overlap in like the guitar music we really like, and like very disparate realms of music. We both like have our own little nook in all of them, and I feel like relate on so many different levels musically that it helped me understand the kind of musician that you are. And it just felt all organic, you know. I knew, I keep going back to just being a listener, because I genuinely think that is the most important thing in life, but especially in music as well. Like, if you don't listen, then what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You know?
Yeah.
So, my first impression of you was that you were a listener, not so much concrete things about the music you made.
And that you're a tall glass of water. Look at this guy.
You're more like a mason jar.
A mason jar of water.
Tall mason jar.
That adds up.
Excellent. You just mentioned Jacob.
Yes.
Right? So Jacob's not here, but shout out Jacob Johansson.
Shout out Jehu.
Shout out young Jehu. So who are the people? Talk about the production and the producers on this album. And
well, I will say one thing. Jacob, I knew I wanted Jacob to be a part of this process because Jacob and us three, we have a lot of overlap, but Jacob and I have more overlap with like hip hop and like dance music and electronic music. We align some there in places there too, but Jacob, even as a person, is also more, he's incredibly intuitive too, and him and I are kind of similar, where we aren't really, I know he did play saxophone, but like we aren't really like trained. And so Jacob is all intuition. He's all gusto. I don't even know how you explain somebody like him.
Drive from him. I'm like, he'll go to the lengths because he just knows that that's what he wants to do.
He talks a lot about feeling.
Yeah.
And that's what intuition is, right? Like, how does it make you feel? Right? Yeah. Well, specifically when you're sitting in the bass corner and you're just like, I feel it. I feel the bass.
Yeah. He's all about feeling, and I feel like when it came to the production, it was nice to have there's a great engineer as well, and you're very fast, and sometimes just sort of started doing things before I really knew that that's what I needed. And then I don't know, I'll hand you off for the production.
I was just gonna say, like, so the Jordan and I did the first session for Waited All the While together. It was just the two of us. But when we decided to make the record, you were like, I want to bring Jacob on as well. And so it was the three of us. It was the three of us we made the whole record. I just wanted to like put that out because we just kind of started talking about Jacob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But disclaimer, the three of us, we made the whole album together. We were all in the room basically the whole time when we were making it. And we brought in a lot of different people along the way. Yeah, it was, I think working in threes is really nice. I think it works really well, especially like the dynamic that we established as the three of us. And I think we all can like fill in gaps and do a lot for each other, whether that is just purely musically or like in whatever other way, emotionally and personally. So there's just like these moments on the record for me where I'm like Jacob moment, or like
hella Jacob moments.
Jacob moments. The Jacob moments were like, yeah,
they're
like
all like atonal, like sort of
tension.
Yeah, like the
tension and release.
What is that instrument that he played on?
Melodica.
Melodica. He's a melodica.
Yeah.
Gangster.
There's like that moment on Stickman where the bridge just goes into like this like floating auto-tune bed. Yeah. There's many beds on the record. We just call it like the bed. It's like a layer of like drones and things, and we felt like, I think in our notes when we were listening down to the album and listening to these songs, we were like, oh, this song needs a bed. Like, all these songs just like needed.
That was a through line.
Yeah, these sonically. Drones and things to sit on. But I forget what the original question was.
That was the kind of original question, was the people who produced the album and kind of what they brought to the table. So
Bobby played on the album.
It's true, I did.
Bobby played on the album.
And sang.
Bobby sang. Hey Mama.
Hey Mama.
Which is so like lush and rich and like vibrant and exciting. That's so new, but I got to hear it and I was like, oh my gosh, like how enriching for the soul. Like I feel like we all need to hear that in a bar together. You know what I mean? Like and have like a hall, like a seriously.
Wow, my mom would be on the floor very quickly.
It's just like a celebration, I think, of like coming of age, right? And like being able to recognize where you come from and just like the human in everyone.
Yeah, I actually called my mom the day it came out, and because she's heard it, and it's funny. Jack Alving, shout out Jack Alving. He had DM'd me. He was like, oh, I heard this one. I remember this one. This is way back, Jordy, or something. Because I think that is probably the oldest song written on the record.
It's the first song we ever played together.
It's oh my God, because Bobby was in the first band that I ever played with.
Ever?
Ever. And that was, I had written that song. This was 2021. So by this point, I probably would have written that song like 4.5 years ago. And so we'd play it a lot in that version of the band. We've played it less now because it is much more like kit focused, and we've been playing around with different things recently, but I'm really excited to play that at the release show. But I wrote that song so long ago, and I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, I love that song, Jordy, like, I want to go listen to it right now, like, is it on a streamer? She said, is it on a streamer? But that song is so, it's exactly what it is, the dedication. But I don't know why that came.
It came from Hey Mama.
Because Bobby played on.
Because Bobby played on it.
And
sang on it.
And sang. The group vocals.
There's
It was live. I remember that session pretty clearly.
Yeah, we had Bobby and Andres jam.
And Anita.
Yeah.
I remember one specific part. This was another Jacob moment where so the structure of that whole, correct me if I'm wrong, but we came in that day, we put, the way the classic is set up, there's a control room and then there's the record room. And the band was just jammed in the record room.
A lot of people.
There was like
the three of us.
Yeah.
Jacob, Anita, Andres.
Yeah, Anita didn't play live though. It was Bobby and Andres.
In the live room. She came in later to sing.
And do cello.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was playing bass. I was kind of like in between rooms. And Jordan was playing
in that
electric
corner.
guitar, playing guitar and singing.
Yeah, and maybe that's why it's just like a fever dream, and I was like, everyone was in the same room, because there's like this crazy cross-pollination going on.
Yeah.
Cross-pollination is
And
awesome.
it was truly just it just felt like a real studio moment.
It was so fun.
Which
Yeah,
is
it was
so
fun.
Which
fun.
is, and to sing about your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was honestly going to say that I think that you all are brave. Like, I think you're brave for taking on the commitment of making an album together and, like, being willing to make these series of decisions to, like, bring in what you truly love, the diversity and, like, range of what you truly love with electronic music, with folk music, with instruments, like all of those three like core elements of it, I think come through really strong, and you just like were brave enough to see it all the way through to make it like be the translation of how you were feeling. It's serious. Yeah, and brave to like really openly profess a song about your mom, I think is so brave.
Easy.
It was easy.
Of course. I love my mom. Hi, Mom. I love my mom. She is literally the best. It's an ode to my mom and my grandma. They're very different people, but I think that the way they love and show the way they show that they care about you is very similar. Even if my mom doesn't really know that, like, I think my mom gets a lot from her mother, and I get a lot from my mom. Like, I think when you meet my mom, I think everybody has literally said this, that I make more sense. I speak like my mom. Like, when people talk about like how I speak like my mom. Like, I just, like, we're also very different, and we've had very different upbringings, but our hearts are very similar, and I think the impetus is the same. It's just shared between us for why we do certain things, you know? Because a lot of the things, most of what I do is so that I can make her proud and that I can know that I did something with this flesh, you know. She's always talking to me about like purpose and using your gifts, and it really has resonated incredibly. I try my best to impart that on people that I'm around, but I feel still like I'm growing into that side of myself and into myself in general. And so, but I look to her for guidance in that way. Yeah.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
Yes. Yeah, and especially if you feel like you to share a heart in some way, you know what I mean? Like, that's your core. And so that's the source of your work, like life work in general, just your choices every day. Yeah, so that's beautiful. So that song came early, like.
Yeah, I remember it was in the summer that I had written it. I had moved back from New York because I was there for a little bit for school, and I came back and I wrote that. I remember at my old house in Duarte, I played it for her, and I was so nervous because I never really sang in front of my family. Like, a huge portion of my family doesn't even know that I make music.
Surprise, the Hermit coming out tomorrow.
So like when I say like I'm about this shit, like I'm about this shit, like I stay, like it doesn't feel that way because like we're in LA and we're friends and we know each other, but like outside of that, like I stay in. And so, but it's, when I was younger, it was just more so of circumstance, as well as just, my mom's a beautiful singer as well, and so is my brother, and so it kind of just felt like their thing for a really long time. But she's a really beautiful singer, and I remember when I showed it to her, and she was so emotional, and it was one of the first songs I ever, it was the first song I played for her, like I sat down in front of her and played. That was like 4 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, because before we started rolling for the interview part, you said the Gap Band is something that your mom loves. Mm-hmm. And you come from North Carolina. You're born there. Mm-hmm. Is your mom from North Carolina?
Yeah, she's born and raised North Carolina. She went to Howard for a little bit, but then she went back to North Carolina. And then she met my dad out there, came out here for a little bit, and now she's back. She's actually in Georgia. She's in McDonough, which is like 30, Jam knows. It's like 45, 50 minutes south of like Atlanta. And so she's back in the South now. So I go back there pretty often, but she loves Gap Band. We're talking about the OJs, like, you know, she grew up in the South in the 60s and 70s. I think she's seen Prince or Earth, Wind and Fire like 2 or 3 times. She would do the radio
contest?
Yes, and she would get free tickets. She told me one time she was like really lucky with that, and she would get tickets. She's seen like everybody, and she would go to the Apollo and perform, and I think she won, or she got really close to winning one time when she was like my age. And yeah, she loves Stevie Wonder. Like, all my favorite music up until I was like genuinely 14 was just like her music and the radio.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like people in North Carolina, I'm starting to pick up on this, that there's a current of music that runs through North Carolina that they're tapped into, which is for sure darling and very alluring. I can't wait to see it for the first time. I haven't been yet.
North Carolina is, sorry, I'll hold it. I feel like I'm
totally okay with.
I'll hold it for you.
We'll trade.
North Carolina is like a hub now, especially Asheville.
I know Asheville and Greensboro.
Greensboro's coming up too. Yeah, there's a really interesting scene out there. I learned a little bit through an ex of mine that lives in North Carolina still, I think. I don't know. Yeah. But the scene out there is like an interesting punk scene, like interesting like rap scene, and it's not like, it's like experimental. Like, it's really interesting, and especially in Asheville, like Wednesday and like MJ Lenderman and all of them coming out of there now, it's really cool to see the South sort of getting their flowers. But I mean, soul music is from the South, I would dare I say. What is it? How do you do that?
Very good at that. I'm the only one wearing glasses here. Wow.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Actually,
Bobby's are on his head.
yeah.
Actually,
Actually, South was born in the South. Soul music was born in the South. Anyway, and so I think it only makes sense now that different types of music, all soul music. Me and my mom, or I don't know who I got this from, but I heard it from somebody say like the best kind of music is soul music, not like soul, like not soul, like your heart and
not
soul.
Not the genre,
music.
but your aura.
And I think the South just breathes soul music, and in many different forms. That's what I gotta say about the South and music.
Do you think that we're going to have like a soul renaissance? Do you think that that's within our generation to kind of...
It's happening.
Right?
It's literally happening. And I really, when people talk about there's like no good music anymore, I really disapprove of that thought. There's Operelli, Handwriting Practice, came out this year. Great record. Kali, super fan. Just released a record last year. Tow Truck Jesus, his next record, hopefully, I'm praying, comes out soon. Some of the best music I've ever heard in my life. Clyde Crooks, making beautiful music. He has an EP that just came out with The Red Curtain Down. It's amazing. There's so much Smurs. Everything happened in Sweden and Norway. There's such interesting music coming out of there. This person it's like the side project of Jane Remover. That record is insane. It's beautiful. Nana Lords, like,
there's good music.
There's so much good music out right now.
Right.
Like, and people who like really, really care. The Nourished by Time record is insane. I've been listening for like 3 years now. He's insane, and he's on XL. Like, I do think that people are starting, like, real purveyors of music, of making music for your heart, for people are starting to get into spaces where they can change the way in which the industry looks at new and up and coming artists. And Nourished by Time, Marcus Brown, I think is his name, he's like 32. Even look at like somebody like Dijon, he's like 31 or however, and he's just starting, like, things are starting to, it doesn't have to happen all like
in
right now.
You're 24.
Yeah, like, not everybody can be Olivia Rodrigo, and that is okay. But like, there's so much great music coming out right now, and it's so fascinating. You just have to look, and it's happening in all parts of the country, in all parts of the world. Christian Alexander, I think he had like a stint with like a major record label, and then he just released this record called 11 that's beautiful. And I've recently been listening to more new music. I was kind of in my like old white man era. I sent you that O'Keefe record. Danny O'Keefe record. I've been listening to a lot of like Paul Simon and like the record you were playing before, the Elise Weinberg. Like, I kind of been in that bag, but now I'm starting to like be in my research bag again, and it's so inspiring how much amazing music is being made right now, genuinely.
Yes, I completely agree.
What? Nick Hakim?
I think it is like the soul has always existed there, you know, and these guys that you have been name dropping, right? Especially like Dijon has been around for a while. It's just you don't stop. And if you are a true purveyor of music and enjoy what you do, it'll hit the zeitgeist at some point. And it's just you do what you like and stay true to it. And I think you're a prime example, right? It's just like the music that you're making, Jordan, is so unique and interesting and true to yourself. And as you were saying earlier, it's so intuitive. Like when you guys just get together and you follow what you feel. I think that's the true path to making stuff that will stand the test of time and making stuff that will connect with people on a different level. And it is a matter of what you said earlier, listening.
Absolutely.
Really listening to what the people want, or to what you want. And I guess that would be what the people want. It's different.
I think it's different, but it is the same if you are looking at it from the source. Because before we started, I told you, like, people are going to need to hear what you have said on this album, because you all made it from yourselves. And if you're tapping into your truth and translating it the best you can, that's coming from a truth that we are all sharing. And so, like, this growth is like the manifestation of something we've all believed in for a long time, but it does take time to build that strength and to build those bonds with people that can withstand trouble and that can withstand constant obstacle and like evolution. Both, I don't know if there's such thing as a negative evolution, but you know what I mean, is like we go in a direction where forward is the only way, and yet at times it seems like we've entered a period of we're feeling lost, you know?
Yeah.
And yet regardless, like, we choose continuously to listen to ourselves and to love other people and build those bonds so that we can, like, express what we're called inside to do. So I think that if you feel truth and it's your truth, then it is also the truth of other people eventually.
Saying this reminded me of this theory I had when I was like 15 or 16, but it's actually I found it in one of my old journals, but it's so real. I was like writing, and I was writing about this theory that I was like life is like, okay, Bobby, tell me. I was like okay.
Imagine you just like this.
No, I literally was like, life is like this, okay? But hear me out. I fear I was cooking a little bit. So I was like, life is like, and music is kind of like this too, okay? Life is like a long walk, and you have a cape, if you will, of soda cans attached to string, on strings, okay? So it's you have a bunch of strings around your back rattling behind you, okay? And every once in a while, you kick up a can, they'll come in front of you. And mind you, these cans, some of them are empty, some of them are full, some of them are half empty. Life is a series of kicking up cans. So you walk, whatever. Oh, one hits the heel of your foot. It kicks over. Stop. You pick it up. And each can is a lesson. We all have our own sets of lessons, because I find still to this day, and I remember getting so mad at myself when I was like 18, going through the same things I went through when I was 16, and now I don't get mad at myself at 23 going through similar cycles that I've been through, because it's not about don't get me wrong, sometimes you do need to break some cycles, but we have lessons that are meant to be there for our entire life. Like, I always encountered being able to like speak up, and I still get caught in wanting to just like, be quiet so that the person who is louder, more well liked, more connected can just speak for me, and that's an active thing that I will probably have to work on my entire life. So it's not about ripping off the can and throwing it away. You take a sip, you learn from it, and you have to put it back, and there will be a time when you kick it up. and it comes in front of you again. And the thing about lessons too is that sometimes you can go through an experience in which that lesson is the thesis and still not learn from it. Like, you can go through something, understand that this is the lesson to be taken from this, you may look at a can and decide to not drink from it. There's so many times when I've kicked up cans, looked at the can, said, I ain't got time for this shit, and thrown it back. And guess what? That shit's going to come back eventually. I feel like you can learn a lesson, but you will still encounter those things in your life, because you, like, being able to, like, speak up for yourself, you will always, God willing, have a voice for the rest of your life. So you can learn to speak up for yourself, but you will always have situations in which you have to do so. So that can may come up again, but it's empty. It's that, you know, that juice is going through your veins. Like, you understand what that is, but you throw it back. You have these sets of lessons in your life that will always exist. And with music, I've learned that there's things, my cans are different than your cans and your cans and yours. And maybe some of them, maybe we have the same grape juice, but we got a different brand of apple. You feel me? And my apple juice might taste different than your apple juice. And it's funny because I think with making music, you can taste each other's, you can understand where other people are coming from. I'm sorry, honey. But the beauty is about walking parallel with your own cans and making something new with both of your perspectives of how your respective apple juice tastes, to make something new. And that is the whole nothing is really, like, destroyed. It's just changed. And so if these cans, and mind you, all I'm saying right now, this is written down. I'm talking about a 5-page, like, entry. This is like these ideas, like these cans, right?
Yeah.
These cans, they come from someplace, and they don't come from you. We as humans, we're like mush. We are just bags of influence. I am the way I am because my family, where I was raised, my home, my chores, my, perception of dignity, integrity, love. Like, we are all just influence. Yeah. And we are alive to influence each other, like, in a greater scheme of things. Like, we will always, that's what we are. That's what we do. Like, I get kind of annoyed when people are like, nah, I'm on my own shit, nobody will ever touch me, I'm always gonna be doing what I'm gonna do, and nothing I ever see is ever gonna influence me, I'm doing my own thing, no one's ever done this before. I'm like, that's a lie, first of all. And it's okay, because this can, going back to this can, is not made by you. It's given to you, and it's grown through your life. And I feel like we get more cans as we get older. Some of them can sort of shed off your back, and some of them reappear. Sometimes the string gets thicker. Sometimes the string gets thinner, and that's just going to keep popping up. That less is going to keep popping up because you really need to learn it. But with music, you have these different cans, and you make something new. These cans have come from somebody that have dared to make something new. New in the sense that those people also had their own set of cans that did not come from them. So it's recycling. We're recycling old cans to make a new one. It's a hodgepodge of different cans, and that's the beauty of it. Right. That to me is new, not something new and shiny that you just bought. Like, right. I guess that can be interesting, but to me, like, the most interesting shit is interesting because it comes from varying influences, which goes back to why I think listening is the most important thing, because the more you listen and the more music you listen to from different kinds of people, from different perspectives, different places, that makes the most interesting can. Not
I found a secret metal, golem ass underneath the cave, and I'm gonna make a new can out of it. That shit is honestly really, 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 really rare. And when I say that shit is rare, right. I'm talking about like, we're going back to the caves, bitches. Like, I'm talking about like Mozart. Like, I'm talking about Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder found that damn silver can. You feel me? But it's so you don't have to find a silver can. You can find a silver one, and then a brown one, and then a green one, and then an orange one, and you make your own. And the thing is that it becomes a silver can because nobody will ever make. If you're making it honestly, nobody will ever make the same can as you.
Right.
You are cooking.
Bro,
you are cooking.
I read this. Just so you know, this is in my canvas notebook that I got from Etsy when I was in high school. I reread that all the time. I reread my journals all the time. I think I genuinely was the smartest I will ever be in my entire life when I was 15, 16, 17, 18. What? Sorry. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Crazy.
No,
take this away.
We were letting you.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I was fully in it.
I was fully immersed. I'll tell you what. I can relate.
You can't. Oh my God, sorry.
I'll tell you that much.
I've never spoken about the can theory to anybody,
well,
so that's why I'm like really hyped.
I have a question. I have a question for you about this can theory.
Yeah.
Because you read this. When did you read this? Recently again?
2 weeks ago.
When y'all were making this record, music related or not, what can, for both of you, I would like to hear your can, Eric. It kept coming up. That was like a through line where you're either just like, oh, I saw that coming, or like I should have known better, or like an obstacle maybe that you faced when making the record that may have been daunting, but you learned your lesson and then you came through on the other side. Because it's been a long time.
I know mine, and it's easy and it's short, which is embarrassment. Because writing these songs was in one part embarrassing, but embarrassment is beautiful. I think everybody should be constantly and thoroughly embarrassed for their entire life. And I feel like writing these songs was kind of embarrassing. Sharing them with somebody that I had met relatively recently was embarrassing. And that can of like kept coming up, and I had to learn to accept it and see the beauty in that.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to like form it into this analogy, but like that period of time in my life, the end of 2022 going into 2023, I just felt like this renewed energy and like positivity, and I had like a lot of energy, and I feel like I left a lot of things behind that I didn't like need to carry with me. But I feel like that sensation came from just really turning to taking care of myself and like not in a way that was like not just like sheltering myself. I feel like for a lot of 2022 I was sheltering myself because I thought I was protecting myself, and I wasn't doing myself a service at all. And all these new people came into my life, and all these new things started happening, and it was raining all the time, and I just felt like my mason jar was full of fresh water. And to circle back around to that analogy, but yeah, I guess like that can,
Which a renewal can.
Yeah, renewal can.
Or something new, because sometimes you want something new and it's right in front of you, but you can push it back. You had that can in front of you and you sipped from it.
Yeah, exactly. And I crushed that can. I was like,
that can be rattling in the back. Yeah.
I drank it up. So yeah, I feel like
upcycled and crushed.
Yeah, a lot of just like renewed like energy at that time, and so I feel like a lot of enthusiasm and creativity and determination went into like the music as a result.
Thank you.
How much time do we have? What is?
I don't know, but I'd love to.
We it's only 3:34, so we still have some time.
We're still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn! I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I know I just spoke for literally 10 billion hours.
We needed
We're still
it.
in
We
it.
needed it.
Oh,
We needed it.
man.
We do need it. And that's interesting that being embarrassed is something that you took on while writing the songs and bringing them to even Eric and Jacob. Because I see you perform them now and I don't know, I'm like, you love them, you know?
I love them, but to be fair, like a year ago, anybody that these like songs were about, they were always in the audience, so I always knew that they were there. Embarrassing. And then also I had friends that knew everything, and so they saw me
Yeah.
going through it.
Yeah.
Damn, shit, like, can I, like, chill on myself? And I will never choose the easy way out, because it's not really interesting, and I honestly don't really think I know how, just because I was really clumsy as a kid. And that's, like, you know, an embarrassing thing. You trip and you fall. Like, I have so many cuts on my
Yeah.
legs. Like, I have huge, like, bruises and shit on my legs. Like, I realized at a certain age that was really important to be embarrassed, to maybe not always be perfect, and to honestly have people judge that. Because, like, coming from, like, a Southern household, like, my grandma was really judgy. Like, she would tell me, like, really funny, but kind of like, you know, when you're 13 and your grandma's like, you know,
It sticks with you.
yeah, it should stick
You're
with you.
It's like,
I will
oh,
be keeping that in mind forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like,
You
oh,
know?
you're really gonna walk like that?
Yeah. Yeah. She would call my legs hams.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like,
The
you guys say that to me, grandma? She did. And so it's just kind of like, you kind of I realize that embarrassment is actually fundamental to, I think, being a good person and being a good musician. And I have to really pee right now, but I want to know when was the last time all of y'all have been embarrassed. So I'm going to go handle what I need to handle.
yes.
And y'all, can you percolate? Because I
Yeah.
love hearing embarrassing stories.
Yeah. Should we wait to answer until you're
Yes.
back?
Right.
Okay.
Please, think.
Let's talk
Y'all
about
can-
it. Let's talk about it while Jordan's gone, so
Yeah.
we don't embarrass ourselves in front of Jordan. We already talked about it. Last time I was embarrassed.
I think I could answer pretty readily. It's already there, which is a good sign, I guess, if we're looking at it through Jordan's lens. How are you doing, Jam?
Solid.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks, everyone, for being here. This is my first time at Somerset Classic, and it's gorgeous.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, absolutely. And when did you two meet? Because I met you two probably after you two met one another, Eric and Bobby, right?
I knew you during school, right?
I arrived in 2019 as a freshman. And you were a senior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We were Rekkas.
I think I knew you both relatively like independent. I think I knew you before I knew Eric.
Really?
Yeah.
So then I knew Eric before I knew you, possibly.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I met you early on because
we
I worked in the
together.
office. Yeah. In the recording arts office.
Uh-huh.
And you were a fundamental Rekka legend. Oh no, he's got to share a really embarrassing story.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't really like get to know Bobby. I don't even know maybe the first time we met, because I knew Jacob through jazz band.
I thought you were about to say, I don't even know Bobby.
I don't even know this guy. Who is this guy?
Honestly, I
show up
don't
and
even
I'm like,
know.
we have a studio session. He's like, get out of my house.
It's like, yeah.
About that.
I remember kind of our becoming of friends. Well, I was introduced to you through Jacob from jazz band. I kind of like loosely knew of you. And
Jazz band.
He's like, yo, this kid Eric is a guitar wizard. He told me the story of you like patting on your guitar to start off a guitar solo. Jacob was like, hit your guitar, and he did it. And I remember thinking, this guy gets it. We traded records.
We did.
We traded records.
Yeah.
You'd made one, I'd made one. I hit up Eric and I was like, would you want to just trade a tape for a CD? It happened. And then when we were working on our movie,
That's
I hit you up to do the
right.
score, and it just kind of like started snowballing so much stuff.
That's where I met you.
Yeah.
At the
And
dinner.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, and then we started working on solo sessions, and then you met Jordan and Cam, and people just started showing up, and Will and Alex, and it just started this like crazy snowball effect of stuff that just like kept going.
Definitely.
I remember seeing this place through so many different iterations.
Yeah. Did you know it when we had the desk this way?
Yeah, and it was like it was just like the three of us, you, me, and Jacob, against the wall, just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's my memory of our friendship.
Yeah.
I remember us.
Right. I remember the CD thing.
The album swap.
Yeah. The album swap.
That was cool.
But like before that, I don't know, like, were we just like internet friends or just like friends through like Jacob?
I think barely internet friends, just like mutuals. I remember hitting you up, being like, let's swap this album.
Yeah.
And I think I was kind of like nervous. I was like, oh man, this guy might not fuck with me at all.
Aww.
And now look at us.
And now, here we are.
He fuck with you heavy.
Me too.
Did y'all think about your embarrassing stories?
Yeah.
Got 2 out of 3, I think.
You don't know you have? I knew it. I knew you.
I didn't.
I spare myself from embarrassment
I
at
know.
all costs.
I know.
That's good.
I know what we're doing after.
We're embarrassing them.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We're gonna pants him at the Red Lion.
Yeah. I'll be wearing 3 belts.
It's a little bit of illegal activity.
Is pantsing illegal?
What is it? Nudity? Public nudity?
Yeah, if there's nudity, then it could be
He's
indecent
just like, you're about to do it,
exposure.
you're like, I don't have underwear on.
Exposure. That's
do
what
it.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have an embarrassing story.
Take it away.
All right.
Take it away, Ed. You know.
I was walking into work, and I was wearing tie-dye pants. And I was walking on the street. Yeah, I was wearing a pair of tie-dye pants. And
Classic
these,
The purple
right,
pants.
like they're purple tie-dye pants.
Yeah.
They're totally fine, totally normal. And these 12-year-olds from across the street, they heckled me.
No.
They heckled me and said, tie-dye pants in 2024? And I didn't say anything. I just looked at them and was like,
No.
and like, I just wish I said something.
What would you have said?
I wish I said they look great on the floor at your mom's house. Some shit like that. I wish I said some shit like that. I wish I just like clapped back. I wish I started a fight.
If
But
you
I'm just
said
like,
that would have been the most legendary comeback
it
of
would
all
have been so
time.
quick. It would have been so
Wow.
good.
That's true.
Bobby spent the last week thinking about
I've spent the last year thinking about that comeback.
That's
20
true.
Tie-dye pants in 2024 ruined me.
In 2024. But I feel like everyone in your house always has like a rebuttal that involves sleeping with your mom's like in the back pocket at all times. Like that's always available and like it's in the holster.
It's a
you
quick
know,
draw.
it's
Yeah.
a quick draw.
It's a quick draw. Like a.
So, yeah.
But I didn't do it. They caught me with a tie-dye pants
It was
down. I was just.
Good work, Bobby.
Yeah, that's it.
That
That's
was
what I
good.
got.
Thank
That's a
you.
good one.
That was
That's a
good.
good one.
Wow.
Before that, I don't know. I couldn't remember.
So you haven't been embarrassed since 2024. That's a win.
Maybe. Or like it felt like that.
I don't believe it. Well, actually, I do believe it. You're not a very embarrassed person, in my
I
view.
just kind of like laugh it off, and I'm like, whatever. Like, whoever would be laughing at me, being like, you should be embarrassed, I'd be like, wouldn't we all just be embarrassed? And I
Such
feel like
a
that
beautiful-
helps it. That just helps it roll off.
That's beautiful.
Okay, Hannah, I want to know.
Okay, so I don't have a story like that. Mine is just like kind of a perpetual recurring, like maybe it's one of my cans, but I feel like I'm embarrassed whenever I have to like put myself out there, which is ridiculous because I have to put myself out there, or I choose to all the time in order to complete my work. But it is not always with ease. Like, my determination wins, but I've always really struggled to be vulnerable, and so like I feel embarrassed all the time because I'm like, these people are gonna think this about me and this and that, and like, or yeah, and I'm just like, but then lately I've just been like, whatever, like everyone is literally, like, everyone is so similar in so many ways, and like vulnerability is a universal experience. Like, who cares? And then also I was like, I am so privileged to even be concerned about embarrassment. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Everything else aside from some embarrassment is like pretty much taken care of. Like, get over yourself now.
You can afford to be embarrassed.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, that's enough right now. And this is me talking to myself, you know? I'm starting to like devote myself to being more vulnerable because I think that, you know, the lesson it does keep coming back around. But I'm happy. I feel so much better to let go of that. It is weight off my back, you know? Like you said, with what you were talking about, with what you're going through in 2022, Eric, I was like, that sounds like me right now. So that's cool. You made it. Made it.
I actually have one embarrassing story.
Let's go.
It's like just like kind of like silly and like it's a light story. But I was traveling this summer with my partner Maya, and we were flying back from France, and we were at the Charles de Gaulle airport. We got some like Starbucks, and then it was really bad, like just like really bad coffee. It was really early in the morning, and like I was like, I just like feel bad wasting it. Like I don't want to like waste food or drinks or whatever, anything, anytime. And so I took it with me, and it was like it was an iced drink but in a paper cup, so it was like already like just like getting like all over my hands. Then
wilting before
wilting. Then I tried to give it to like a flight attendant, and they're like, oh, we're not doing trash right now. I'm like, oh god, like I'm like wow. Just like I'm having to like carry this, like there's nowhere for me to put this. And we made it to like deboarding the plane, and right when like our row was like about to deboard the plane, like just fully dropped the drink, it, splashed up, got on some other girl sitting. Maya was sitting right behind me, I was sitting right in front of her, and the girl like in the middle seat just like totally got like dunked on. I'm like, oh my god, this is horrible. So like coffee, it's like, and it was like sweet coffee, so it was like sticky and just like gross, and it like got on this girl behind me somehow. Like the coffee just like went everywhere, and I was super embarrassed, and like nobody. Felt like everybody was like more like European on that flight, so I was like, I'm so sorry.
You're like, really sticking out here.
Yeah, I'm like the American, incapable, insufferable American, and
capable,
I was like,
I'm so sorry.
And I just like got like all these like with napkins and things that I got.
Like he should have thrown it away.
Everyone's thinking.
Literally. I took one sip and it's bad in the trash.
Why would you keep that?
Why would you even?
Yeah, so that I felt really bad about that.
That's good.
How did it just like escaped your hands?
It literally escaped my hands. Like I was like standing up, like
you just threw it. You're like, ah.
I think maybe I was holding it closer to the top, and like the lid just like came off.
Oh, that's a classic.
And
that's a classic.
Have you seen that
photo of Jonah Hill
where he's holding his iced coffee and he's walking on the street, but it's just like mid-detached. And it's just the lid in his hand and his whole entire, like...
I love holding drinks like that, though.
The whole
That's really
iced
frightening.
coffee.
If I ever get a fountain beverage, I'm like, hold,
Oh,
no
yeah.
lid, hold at the top.
Straw
Yeah.
right here.
No straw.
That's the problem, is the lid.
Oh.
The lid detached from the
No
cup.
straw.
No lid, you're in the clear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, are you
Thanks,
feeling?
y'all.
Yeah. Are you feeling?
It's not like a profoundly embarrassing
No, it's
story, but
pretty
it's
embarrassing.
It's a good
embarrassing.
exercise.
That
to
would hurt
discuss.
It would sting a
Yeah.
little
The
bit.
embarrassment, for sure.
To know, like, the rush of just deboarding a plane, too. Like,
Yeah.
everyone wants to be like, okay, I don't want to be the one holding up anything and got all my ducks in a row.
Yeah.
And you're
It's
good
like standing up. And it's just like,
until
no,
you throw your coffee on all the rows.
I'm so sorry.
Are you? Do you have any feelings related to, like, now that this album is coming out and everyone will be able to listen to it? What does that feel like for you right now?
Right now, it is equally exciting and daunting. That's my answer. Just 'cause I'm looking at it retrospectively. And of course I do this too. You listen to a record and this is your idea. This record represents this person to you. Not that I don't stand by this music, the content of this music. It is a record that I am so deeply proud of, which is why it is, I guess, so daunting. It's the first project that the largest project too, that I've felt this way about, and I have so much love and gratitude for everyone involved, like everyone that was a part of this record were at the time some of my closest friends or have become through the process. And it is as much mine as it is Eric's, I think, Jacob's. And now it can be anyone's. And so I know what it means to you. I know what it means to Jacob. We share, I think, a similar... It's different a little bit, but we share, we understand what it means. But with other people, all I really can think about is just that I've done my part. And so it is a little bit daunting. I didn't start making music intending for people to hear it. So now, like, even years after having released music, that thought is still very fragrant in my head. Like, oh, you're making an active choice to do this. You don't have to. Nobody told you had to do this. So the onus is on me. Like, it feels like, I don't know, it's scary sometimes, but that's why it is so exciting. So that's how I feel.
I know, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Excellent.
I'm gonna have a crash out at Red Lion.
You have to. You have to crash out to celebrate the album. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Out.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe that one will come back.
A crush out. If we're gonna, there's something to it. We're working on. Yeah.
Later tonight.
Okay. Well, good. We have like 5 minutes, but I was gonna ask like if there's a part of the album that maybe right now, like where you're at when you're recently listening to it, like what are you hearing from it, and what are you still learning from it now? Like, is it a song? Is it a choice? Is it something? And do you think that there's some desire for other people to kind of pick up on that specifically as well? Or are you kind of detached from other people's experience?
Well, regarding the first half of your question,
Yeah.
I think that Waited All the While will always be have a really special place in my heart, just because my relationship with waiting for a really long time, I used to, and maybe I still do, think that waiting, yearning, patience is the highest form of love. Like how my mom will always wait for me, or people that really love me will always be willing to wait. And I think in those relationships it does serve me. In others it really does not, and I'll find myself being really stagnant or idle or waiting for something that does not exist or was not meant for me. And that is something that's been happening and I've been feeling in my life, and the whole record feels like that idea. That idea feels like it exists a little bit in each song, and so that's what I'm thinking. You know, on that first part that you asked, with people listening to it, like I said, I've really done all I can. You know, Erykah Badu has this quote. Actually,
Let them eat it how they want to eat it.
yeah, let them eat it how they want to eat it. So, yeah, I don't really. I'm gonna take my slice. You know,
Oh yeah.
y'all can have some if you want. It's good. You know, it's good. Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Good. Well, first of all, thank you both once again for playing the music you played today on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And we're excited to hear this album and to celebrate all of this work that you've done. It's going to be great. And then you have shows coming up?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
October 15th. The flyer's gonna be done soon.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna play The Hermit, front to back. What month is it? September? That's the one show we're rehearsing. I'm gonna be going on tour in November.
Big news.
With Jens Lekman.
Okay.
That's kind of all the shows I think I have, like, I know I'm going to do right now.
Good.
But
Paper Moon, September 28th.
I was like, I'm forgetting something. Paper Moon.
Resident.
At the Resident, September 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Come.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun. Marina
It's gonna be
Fleming is
fun.
playing. We went to high school with each other.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Stoked.
Dude, there's so much to look forward to. And there's so much to look forward to even in this day. You know what I mean? So,
Crazy.
yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Bobby, Eric, and Jordan, and Jam.
Thank you, Jam.
And everyone who listened and everyone who helped us make this happen, because there actually were so many people who chipped in since we started this effort to like be documenting the music that we're part of and keeping track of it. And you kind of gotta like put some water in the well, you know? And people are down with that. They're helping. So, yeah, it's going. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah, for being a pillar of this.
Oh my gosh.
This is Hannah.
That's so me. Yes, no
Pillar.
problem.
Pillar.
All right, well, we'll see you all next time.
Thank you, guys. Take it easy.
We did it.
Yeah.
Good job.